Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. So, in last lecture, we have seen the free body diagram of an object of an if an object is being applied by the multiple forces, then how can we draw a free body diagram of that force that we have discussed in last video. Okay. So today we are going to use applications of Newton's laws of motion, or simply the different laws of motion we have studied, and what are their application that we will learn here now. First of all, first of all, let us see the pulley mass system. What is a pulley mass system? In the pulley mass system, we have a pulley. Let us make a pulley here. Now suppose this is a pulley, and with the help of a rope, two masses are hanging on each end. Okay. Now suppose that this mass is m1 and this mass is m2. Now let us say that m1 is greater than m2. Let us say that m1 is greater than m2. If m1 is greater than m2, that means this pulley will be moving in the downward direction, in the mass m1 will be going downwards and the mass m2 will be going upwards. So the weight applied by the mass m1 will be equals to m1g, and the weight applied by the mass m2 will be equals to m2g. Okay. Now since we are saying that the masses are moving, and it is moving in the direction of m1 towards downwards, and then what will happen, that means that mass m2 is moving upwards and m1 is moving downwards. That means there is net force, there is a net force, then only these masses are moving. जब तक इनके बीच में क्या रहेगा, मास सॉरी वेट का डिफरेंस रहेगा, तब तक इनके बीच में एक रिलेटिव मोशन होगी. तो लेट अस से दैट मास m2 इज मूविंग विद एन एक्सेलरेशन ऑफ a. Since we are saying that there is a net force, if there is a net force, that means there must be an acceleration, है ना. So if mass m2 is moving upwards with an acceleration a, then we will say that m1 mass will be moving downwards with an acceleration a, isn't it? Now let us see the relation. Okay, one more thing, that mass m1 and m2 are connected with a massless string. What is this? This is a massless and frictionless string. Massless and frictionless. Massless and frictionless string. Masses m1 and m2 are connected with massless and frictionless strings. So when a massless or frictionless string is connected with an external mass or weight, then what happens, then it generates a tension in the string. So the weight of the body m1g is acting downwards, so its tension will be acting opposite to the weight that will be in upward direction. Similarly, if we are saying that m2g is acting downwards, so there will be a tension in upward direction. Now these two tensions will be same. Why? Because it is a single piece of string. It is not divided into two pieces, but it is a single piece of string. So if two masses are connected with a single piece of string, at that time there must be only one tension in the string, provided the string is uniform throughout the section. Okay, provided the string is uniform. Why we are saying uniform? because if the string is of varying mass and varying section, varying length, then at that time there the tension generated in the string will be different. Suppose that at mass m1 at mass m1 the string connected is thicker, and at mass m2 the string is thinner, then at that time the tension generated in m1 at m1 will be different, and tension generated m2 will be different than m1. So these are other things. Okay, let us focus here now. Now we have said that the acha, what is these tension in the string? If someone asks me that sir what is the tension in the string, किसी स्ट्रिंग के अंदर टेंशन है तो वो टेंशन क्या चीज़ है एक्चुअली? बेसिकली टेंशन इज़ ए फोर्स, पहली चीज़ टेंशन इज़ ए फोर्स, टेंशन इज़ ए फोर्स, एक फोर्स होता है टेंशन। दूसरी चीज़ टेंशन इज़ ए रिएक्शन फोर्स। रिएक्शन फोर्स कैसे है? Since we have attached a mass m1 here and m2 here, now the m1 mass is having a weight of m1g that is acting vertically downwards. अब suppose that if we have not connected the mass m1 here, then if then can we say that the tension is generated in t1 in this string? No, at that time there will be no tension here, but we have connected a mass here. That means if weight is acting vertically downwards, then there must be a reaction force that will be acting vertically upwards, so that upward force is tension. Understood? That will be acting, always acting opposite to the action force. This is action force and this is reaction force. The same law says the same thing says the Newton's third law, that every action has equal and opposite reaction. Now what will we do? We will prepare the free body diagram of each masses. So FBD, oh, free body diagram of mass m1. Let us say the free body diagram of mass m1. Here it is mass m1, so we can say on mass m1 its weight is acting w1 is equals to m1g, that is vertically downwards, and the tension in the string, it is acting vertically upwards, but the whole body is moving downwards with an acceleration of a. That means since there are two forces acting, action and reaction, but the net mass, net force is acting vertically downwards, that means the difference of these two is acting vertically downwards. So it must be that the weight w1 is greater than the tension generated in t, tension generated in t. So we will say w1 minus t will be equals to the net force. So mass is m1 and acceleration, whole body is moving with an acceleration of a, so we will say mass m1 into a, or in other words we can say m1g minus t is equals to m1a. Okay, let us say this is equation first. Now for FBD of mass m2, for mass m2, if we create FBD of this, what will happen? Same thing, w2 mass, w2 weight, m2g will be acting downwards and t is acting upwards, tension in the string is acting upwards, and whole body is also moving with an acceleration of a in the upward direction. So what will be its equation? We will say the net force of the w2 and t is acting vertically upwards. So what will we say? That must be it means the t force, this tension force is larger than the weight of the object, then only it is pulling it upwards na. So we will say t minus m2g is equals to whole mass m2 into a, whole body is moving upwards. So we have got two equations. Now what will we do? We will, I am calculating it here. Now let us add the equations first and second. Adding adding equation first and second, what will we get? m1g minus t is equals to m1a, and t minus m2g is equals to m2a. If we add them together, t minus t and plus t will be cancelled out, and we will get here m1 minus m2, and g will be common here. And what will we get here? Here m1a plus m2a, or simply if we take a common, then what will we get? A is equals to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into g. So this is the acceleration that we get in the pulley mass system. Understood? Now what we have to do? We have to calculate the tension generated in the string. To calculate the tension generated in the string, what will we do? Let us see. Now the value of A can be put in either of these equations. Let us put the value in equation first. Putting the value of A in equation first. So this was equation first. So we will write it as m1g minus t is equals to m1a. A is m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into g. Now we have to find the tension T. So we can switch this T to the right side, and whole thing can be switched to the left side. So we will write it as T is equals to m1g minus, again we can write both of them common as like this, and m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now from here we can take common m1g. m1g is taken common. Now here it is remaining 1 minus m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now let us see what will we get. Okay. Now T will be equals to m1g is common. Okay, if we take LCM, then m1 plus m2 will be the LCM of this. So we will write m1 plus m2 here, and this will be multiplied by 1. So it will be m1 plus m2, and when the minus sign will be multiplied with this, we will get minus m1 and plus of m2. So T will be equals to, is it visible? Okay, now I think it is visible, huh? Okay, now m1g minus m1 and plus m1 will be cancelled out, and here we will get m2 plus m2, 2m2, 2m2 upon m1 plus m2, or simply we can write it as T is equals to twice of m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2 into g. This is our net tension force. So like this we can calculate the tension in the string and the acceleration of the body. So this is our first case. We will explain the remaining cases in upcoming lectures. Okay, till then practice this, and practice the derivation of this. This is important. Okay, so mark it as important, and practice how to derive that tension in the string and the acceleration of the masses. Okay, so these things will be calculated. These formula directly we can use this formula in the question, in the given questions. So try it, and in next lecture we will do further topics. Thank you.